Well, Dave, 3 league wins in a row into the playoff places. It's not been a bad 7 days, has it?
Well, it's been a good week for us. We get to enjoy, I suppose, a week leading into an important game for us next weekend. But no, it's been good in terms of performances, in terms of progression. Most importantly, in terms of points. So we have to try and build that momentum and keep that going. And hopefully we can do that.
Wealdstone had a very good defensive record here going into the game, just 6 goals conceded in 8 games. But you've spoken about wanting your teams to blow other teams away. That's certainly done that today in that second half.
Yeah, I think the goals we got in the second half, probably we were maybe deserving off in the first half. We missed a couple of really, really good chances that you would suggest that probably, I wouldn't say 99 times 100, but a significant amount of times out of 100 that we'd score, and we didn't. So you go into the game, or you go into the half-time break with the game still in the balance. But yeah, the goals, the quick-fire goals, allowed us to then build and I suppose have more control in the game, rather than making it difficult for ourselves. But you know, we've created chances, we've put them away, and that's been, like I say, really pleasing.
Really difficult conditions to play in as well today, not just because it's freezing cold, but the wind as well causing a lot of problems. How big an impact did the conditions have today?
I think the wind potentially has an impact, or becomes an excuse if you want it to become an excuse. We wanted to pass the ball. If we're passing the ball properly and it's on the floor, then the wind doesn't have a significant impact on it. We wanted to penetrate. I thought we needed to probably try to get in behind a little bit more in the first half. The wind's what you make of it. It's more difficult to, and we spoke about this, it's the sort of conditions where you expect mistakes to happen. What you've got to do is hopefully be on the front foot and make sure that the mistakes that happen are either your mistakes in the attacking penalty area, as it was with the chances we had, or defenders of the opposition making mistakes, and putting them under pressure. And like I say, I thought we did that really, really well. And like I say, we're worthy of the goals we scored. Like I say, they've had a really good run here and have been difficult to score against. Play in an expansive way. I thought we pressed them really, really well. You look back to we watched the last few games. We watched the game last week when they played at Wrexham. They had really good control in the game. I thought we stifled that and picked the ball in good areas, and that again resulted in us getting a really positive performance and a brilliant result.
You had Paddy Madden back available today, but you stuck with Lewis Cranshaw after his performance on Tuesday, and he certainly rewarded you with that in the second half.
He did. He had should we say, a not so great first 10 minutes of the second half. Everything he did sort of went wrong. Probably bought himself a bit of time with the first goal, and he gets a second goal and he gets a hat-trick, so brilliant for him. It was a probably easy decision leaving Paddy out. Paddy's obviously not trained since Monday, did a little bit yesterday. That 25 minutes will allow him to blow the cobwebs off a little bit, and he's an important player for us, so to have him back will be massive. But Ollie gets himself a hat-trick. It's a great achievement for him, hopefully, certainly in terms of Stockport colours, the first of many, and I'm sure one that he'll remember fondly for a long time.
I mean, he's still only 23, Ollie. That's 5 goals in 4 games from him now. How good can he be for Stockport County?
As good as he wants to be, as I'd say with all the players. The only thing that's going to stop them is themselves. And like I say, since I've been at the football club, they all seem very, very driven individuals, not only to achieve now and in the present, but in the future moving forward. And listen, some are at different stages of their careers, but ultimately this group has an opportunity to be successful, and you need to have a big eye on that. But ultimately it's about them playing as high as they can, whether that's here or whether that's elsewhere. They have to improve, and we want to see a better version of them individually every day, and a better version of us as a team every time we walk out on the pitch.
You mentioned before about moving into the playoff place. He's only 6 points off top now as well. A long way to go, of course, but psychologically, how big of a boost does that give you?
It doesn't give me too big of a boost, to be honest, but from a player's perspective, they'll always look at football league tables. That's what happens. Hopefully it shows others that we're putting a run together and we're carrying a bit of momentum. But like you say, we're a long way from where we want to be, but there's been positive signs. Football has a habit of, like I say, kicking you in the proverbials when you don't want it. So that game, as good as it has been, is a brilliant result for us. You move on, we move on, and we can look forward to a cup tie next weekend. But ultimately, then refocus in terms of what we need to in the league games we've got leading up to what will be a busy Christmas period for us, and we've got to keep that form, keep that run, keep that positivity going.
You probably couldn't have asked for a bigger test in terms of that cup tie from the form team in League One at the minute, but after 16 goals in your last 4 games, you must be going into that with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, listen, I think we've had 2 really tough draws. If you look at how the cup works, Bolton was a tough game, but again we came out the right side of a result there. So we have to take that in. Like I say, we couldn't probably have a tougher place to go, but it potentially becomes a little bit of a free. It's a great marker for us in terms of where we're at, to be able to go and, like I say, put our wits against them. A really strong side, physically demand of their opposition what they do. But I'll be honest, no focus has been on that game, and we now can, I suppose, enjoy the trip back and turn very, very quickly to looking at what we need to do, what potentially will give us opportunities to go there and cause another upset.
Okay, well done today. We'll let you go and get warm now.
Cheers, thank you.